hell out here today. So I wasn't sure if I was going to do the live outside. I wasn't sure if I was just going to do it from the crib. I kind of prefer to do them outside, not for nothing. The only time I really prefer to do the lives in the crib is when I got like stuff to show y'all on the screen. Other than that, I prefer to do the lives outside. Hold on, give me 1 second. But it's going to be getting cold, so we will be doing, once I got to wear a coat and a jacket, we're probably going to do the lives inside. Now, with that being said, we're going to get to the show. A couple of things I want to talk about first. We're obviously still talking politics. We're discussing this whole situation, and I'm leading off a lot of these shows saying something that's similar because I want us to understand there's like some weird shit going on in America right now where people that are Harris supporters are cutting off family members because they voted for Trump. I think that's insanity. I just want to break this down for one moment. Give me 1 second. We'll get right through this. So, you tell us that you're not communist, right? Also, you say that you're fighting for democracy. Correct. That I believe. I'm going to tell you why in a moment. You also say that if Donald Trump gets elected, that is going to be the destruction of America as we know it. I also agree with that. I'm going to talk about that in a second. So I want to be clear about something, and I just want this to be understood, right? When you say cut off your family members because they voted for Trump, you're doing what you're accusing Trump of doing. So there's a great line from Batman. We all know it from The Dark Knight. It goes, you know the one about living long enough to be the villain. So basically, just so we can be clear, the Democratic Party, as we view it, were encouraging of our community, building up our community allegedly, telling us what we needed, telling us how we were being, this truck is having a time turning right here. He could drive his ass off, I tell you that much. And this is coming from somebody that drives trucks. He could drive his ass off. Now, with that being said, what up, New York urban legend? Salute. Hope everything is going well with you and yours. I want to be clear about something. The Democratic Party, through this whole entire process, has been accusing Trump of doing the things that they were doing. And I believe the proof of that is that too fast? These individuals who are obviously mentally ill, saying that they will stop talking to family members who last year they would die for because of who they voted for in the damn election. That's insanity. I'm going to explain. Last year, these are people you would have died for. Last year, these are people who you would have gave your last. Last year, these are people you would have helped bury a body. But this year, because these individuals decided that their political beliefs was different than yours, and they decided to also act on those political beliefs, you're going to take these individuals who would die for you and never talk to them again because of who they voted for. You know what that sounds like? Gaslighting. Why does that sound like manipulation? Why does that sound like gaslighting? That sounds like what people do to you when they don't have the position to be able to convince you to do something because it's against their best interest. So when they want to get you to do something against your best interest, what do? They try to emotionally manipulate you. And that's what the Democratic Party wants to do because they want you to vote against your best interest. Imagine believing that a country who cannot even house their own homeless should be taking people from another country when they get here would be homeless and house them. So we're importing the homeless now. We're importing people who got a home, creating them, turning them into the homeless, and then giving them a home like we already don't have homeless here. Democratic Party. I need an explanation. I want to know how you can vote for that. We got kids starving to death. We got over 350,000 kids missing. But the most important thing is for women to be able to murder their babies while they're still in the stomach. Explain this to me. I want to know. God said he knew us since we was in the womb. Morning. God said he knew us since we were in the womb. And they tell you can kill babies as long as they're not breathing yet. When this whole entire time I saw it, that when the baby was in the womb, the mother breathed and the baby breathed through the mother, so therefore the baby was breathing. I saw it. That's science. It really gets in these Democrats' way, don't it? The science really get in the way of the Democrats, don't it? The science is always logic, reason, common sense, science. It goes contrastly. It contrasts with everything the Democrats talk about. Reality. All of these things get in the way of the Democrats. You have to listen to the Democrats like you watch a movie, because you got to suspend belief. How are they going to say that they're for women's reproductive rights? You know what's helping women's reproductive rights? Trump said that he's going to make IVF free. He didn't say he was going to murder babies. He said, I'm going to make IVF treatments free. Your insurance company is going to pay for it, or the government is going to pay for it. We want more babies. That's what Trump said. You know what the Democrats said? Kill them all. That is hyperbole, obviously. They didn't say kill them all, but they want you to kill some of them. Sam. I'm just being perfectly honest. I'm not even a conservative. I am conservative. I'm not even a Republican. I'm a conservative person. Period. I believe in the Bible. If you follow the Bible, as far as what this world decides is conservative and liberal, you would be conservative if you followed the Bible. And I'm not talking about all of that extra stuff that some of these people are doing. I'm just talking about following what God said we're supposed to do. You will be conservative. I am not a Republican, though. Just want to be clear on that. So all that being said, we have to not treat the Democrats the way that they're treating us. The Democrats are the party of hate. The Democrats are the party that in order to get you to vote, they have to make you scared of something. That's the Democrats. That's not the Republicans. The Republicans are the party that actually give hope. The Democrats are the party that create fear. I want you to go look at any campaign the Democrats are doing, and I promise you, the majority of what the Democrats are trying to do is to create fear. Why would you elect these people? Why would you elect somebody that wants to create fear in you? Why would you follow somebody that wants to create fear in you? Why would you take somebody's advice that wants to create fear in you? Why would you promote anyone that wants to create fear in you? Now, I want you to go look at any campaign that the Democratic Party ran. You can probably go back 10, 15, 20 years, and they're all on fear. They're all on, I'm going to scare the shit out of you and make you feel like you have to vote for us. But we still ain't going to do nothing for you. If I'm wrong, tell me where I'm wrong at. I'm more than happy to want to know. If you're just coming in here to lie and try to do some weirdo shit, I don't do that. I don't want to have a conversation with somebody advocating for the devil either. Just so we could be clear. I'm not on that type of time. I love the Lord. I'm not here to convince people who favor Satan to come to God. I'm here to talk to the people that God has already deemed worthy of the message. Remember, he's at the beginning and end. I'm not here to convince people that love Satan that they shouldn't. Stop doing that. Let these Satan worshipers and people who love Satan, leave them alone. There's a lot of people that love God that just don't know how to get to him. Go talk to them. That's what I try to do. I'm not trying to talk to no advocates of the devil. If you understood what that was, you wouldn't either. Imagine that. Imagine a person, I'm going to stop for a second. Imagine a person saying that they love God, but they'll get into a conversation with you and say that they are advocating for the devil. Just think about that. Now, while you're thinking about that, think about anyone advocating for the devil. Think about anyone while you're having a conversation deciding to want to have the conversation with you about how it's not going to work. Not trying to talk life into it, but talking death into it. And then say, oh, I'm just playing the devil's advocate. Get away from those people. Why ain't they trying to advocate for God? Why ain't they trying to figure out how to make the thing work? Why they only want to tell you all the ways that it's going to fail? Why they not trying to speak life into your dreams? Why they not trying to speak life into you? You can't be my friend if you're not trying to speak life into me. And you can't be my friend if I can't speak life into you. That's just a fact. I'm not interested at all. If we can't stand around and say positive things about each other and laugh, we can't be friends. We can't be friends. Copy? Because I randomly just say nice things about my friends for no reason. To them. That energy. Now I want you to look at what the Democratic Party do. Tell me the last time you seen them have a campaign that wasn't fear-mongering. After I just explained my position on advocating for the devil and speaking with people who aren't speaking to you in the way that's speaking life into you. Why is the Democratic Party never speaking life into us? Why is it the Republican Party that speaks life into us? That's why they lost. Donald Trump is out here trying to speak life into the American people, and their candidate is out here trying to tell you how everything's going wrong. That's why they lost. That's why they lost. Expect a lot of losing to come from them. First of all, Every position Kamala Harris seems to acquire is given to her through DEI. They had the freaking audacity to go on like CNN or something, and one of the people that work for her or used to work for her said that Biden should resign and allow for her to be the first female president of the United States. What the fuck are they trying to do? They want her to do something, fam. And the thing that they want her to do is going to be terrible for us. Why are they trying to get her in the office so bad? Even if it's only for 5 minutes. They're trying everything that they can do to put her in the position so that she can freaking do an executive order. Why are they doing that? Wake up, America. The rest of the world has. Every other country is celebrating Donald Trump winning. Well, we're celebrating it too. It's just a minority of us, and we know it's a minority of us because Trump won the popular vote. It's just a minority of us that are upset. Let them be upset. They'll get over it. Let me not say that, because I don't get over shit. You do me wrong. I'm one of them niggas that don't care about revenge. I'm not coming for revenge. But I promise you, once you do me wrong, it's best we just never speak to each other ever again. I don't want to debate. I don't want to figure it out. I don't want to work it out. I didn't do anything to you and you did something to me. That's all I know. I don't know nothing else. And I'm going to stand up. Damn, she got some thick legs. White lady. That shit look nice too. I ain't going to cat. She's about an athlete? What up, Rich? Somebody named Tommy came in here and said, "You good?" I'm just assuming they were trying to like set me up. If I would have responded, they would have threw hate at me. I'm glad I didn't respond. If I'm a black man and I'm pissed, but if I was a black woman, I would be so angry. First of all, Kamala Harris isn't black, so she tried to take a position away from a black woman. That's one. She tried to take an accolade or achievement away from a black woman. That's one. I think that she would have a better chance of winning if she would have just been truthful about her ethnicity. I think she would have had a better chance of winning. She forget that there's Indian people that live in America? Did she forget? She didn't have to say she was the first black woman president. She could have said colored and it would have been just fine. Black people would have still been behind her. She probably would have got more black people behind her because some of the black people didn't support her because she claimed to be black and she's not. So she probably would have had more black support if she would have just said colored. That honesty, fam, that honesty is going to win more times than the honesty is going to win in the long term. Deceiving somebody is going to win in the short term. But being honest, you're going to win in the long term. When you're a liar, the short term wins, you're going to rack them up. But the long term consequences is going to be shit. She tried to take an accomplishment away from a black woman. I will never forgive her. And if you know me, you know that to be a fact. She tried to take an accomplishment away from a black woman. And she's not even qualified. That's the worst part. Good morning. If she was a little qualified, I would have been like, I don't like the way she's doing what she's doing, but she has some good policies. She had no good policies. Everything she wanted to do was going to destroy America. Why is every other country happy Trump got elected? Why are the only people on the planet upset Trump didn't get elected are liberals? Like literally, they're the only people on the whole entire planet that Trump got elected. Liberals. In India, they're happy. In fucking China, they're happy. Probably not China, I don't know. But in other countries, they're ecstatic. They're so happy that Trump won. The only people on the whole entire planet that's upset that Trump won are liberals. And they think that we are wrong. I just want you to think about that for a minute. Oh shit. The only people on the whole entire planet that are upset that Trump won are liberals. So that means that take the count of the people who voted for Kamala Harris, right? So let's add like a couple million, because you know there's a couple of million people that could not vote for whatever the reason is. So 68, 69 million people voted for her. Let's say 75 million people agree with Kamala Harris's policies. You know that there's billions of people on the planet? Let's even say 100 million people agree with Kamala Harris's policies. You know that there's billions of people on the planet? There's over a billion people on the planet. Even if 100,000 people agree with Kamala Harris, that's just 10% of the people on the planet. If we say a billion people live on the planet, but in reality, there's like a billion people in China. So there's way more than a billion people on the planet. So basically, no one agrees with the liberals. No one. No one agrees with the liberals. No one. Just want you to think about that for a moment. Don't hate your liberal relative or your liberal friend. Show them the same love. We not them. We are not insane. We are not going to throw away our family members because they voted for somebody that we don't agree with. We are not crazy. We do not have that, at least not that mental health. I'm pretty sure there's a ton of people who voted for Trump that got mental health problems, but they don't have that one. That's the mental health problem that they are exempt from. Shit's crazy, fam. Explain to me how that's not bananas. I'm here, I'm listening or reading. Explain to me how that's not bananas. I'm going to say this one more time just so any Democrats or liberals that's in here can understand you guys are not right. Imagine doing something on the planet so 100 million people could be happy, but every single other person is miserable. Explain to me how that works. And I'm 100% sure she do not got 100 million people on the whole entire planet that support her. I don't think the number's that high. I'm making the number that high just to show you that globally her support is tiny. People in other countries are looking at y'all liberals crashing out on the internet thinking Americans is insane. Y'all cut y'all hair because Donald Trump won the damn presidency? Y'all gonna stop having sex because Donald Trump won the presidency? First of all, half of y'all is dating. First of all, the majority of the women that said that I think are gay anyway. Y'all wasn't having sex with men, so stop. But anyway, the ones that aren't gay, The majority of y'all husbands and boyfriends probably voted for Kamala Harris in the first place. And then they not to have sex and they voted for the people you want. You niggas is crazy. So that's all insanity. I'm going to tell y'all what's going to happen. Listen and pay attention. If you are a conservative and you want to work in the school system, get your shit together. Because a lot of teachers are about to get fired. All of those teachers that's pushing that LGBTQ shit in them schools, them niggas is out of here. And rightfully so. I don't care about what you want to do with your body. You want to go home and have sex with anything that ain't illegal, even if it is illegal, but not a minor, that's your business. But once you start trying to convince children, or you try to indoctrinate children into this nonsense, I got an issue. And I'm telling you right now, there's going to be a lot of positions in the Board of Ed, that's what we call it here in New York, Department of Education, I guess, but they get rid of those guys anyway, right? There's going to be a lot of teachers that are about to lose their job. The first couple of them are going to lose their job because they're going to be like, I'm not going to teach you if I can't tell little kids to be gay. And then the other ones are going to lose their job because they just deserve it, because when they were able to teach that gay shit, they were doing it. So there are about to be a lot of positions open, especially here in New York City, in the school system. So if you want to be a teacher, get your shit together. Every single place where children exist, where they gotta go, if you are in child care of any kind, get your shit together. There's a lot of people that are about to lose their certifications. There's a lot of people that are about to lose their jobs. There's a lot of people that are about to just open positions. Because Trump already said it. That LGBTQ shit is getting away from our kids. Tell me where the lie at. If you're a grown adult, you have the right to go do whatever you want with your body. You have the 100% right. This guy was gonna walk this way, and then I'm filming, and he got upset. I'm out here like, oh, we've been out here half an hour. You out here 5 minutes. What the fuck? You out here 5 minutes. You're about to be gone. I bet you he voted for Kamala Harris because they think the world is supposed to turn for them. Fucking liberals. They think the world is supposed to turn for them. They think everything is supposed to go the way that they want it to go. Sometimes shit don't. What up, seen and unseen boxing? Nigga, this shit was crazy. Nigga, let's say the camera's right here, right? So he's walking and he see me go. And he walked around. Nigga, I've been here already a half an hour. You already knew I was here before you walked right there. You saw me from at least 15 feet away. I mean, I don't know how good your eyes work, but you had to see me from at least 15 feet away. Why did you need to walk 3 feet up to me and go like this and then walk around? These niggas is crazy. Like, they really got mental health disorders, man. They're out here in the world trying to find a way to have a conflict with you. You understand? Like, they're looking. The liberals are looking, trying to figure out how they can have a conflict with anybody that they don't think voted for Kamala Harris. These niggas is crazy. What up, watchable marker? These niggas is crazy, fam. Shit is crazy. Anybody that didn't vote for Kamala Harris, they out here trying to create conflict with them. These niggas is crazy. Imagine you being an upstanding citizen, being a great person, and then all of a sudden, all of your friends and family hate you because you don't want to vote for a person that wants to open our borders and flood our nation with prisoners and crazy people. Imagine that. That's insane, ain't it? And then when you tell them this, they say, but women's health issues. And then you say, but Trump is giving out free IVF treatments so women can have babies. And your argument is, but they can't have abortions. So you want to kill babies more than you want to make babies. So the Democratic Party wants to kill babies more than they want to make babies. Because Trump is pro-IVF treatment free. He said the government or your insurance is going to pay for it. You know how expensive IVF treatments is? So that's not protecting women's health? I need you to explain this to me. What up, Corey Aiken? I need you to explain this to me. That sounds like it's doing much better for women's health than just saying, you know what? Whenever you want to kill a baby, this is my card. What kind of shit is that? Good morning. Okay. I'm feeling blessed. Okay. Well, I mean, then you could come by every day because when you're here, that's when it mostly happens. Huh? That line was too long. I tried to shorten it up, but I was thinking about it on the spot. She a cutie though. She thick too. I don't have like lines or nothing like that. I just speak however the person is making me feel in that moment. So a lot of times women be wondering why I don't be shouting at them or whatever the case is because I'm going to respond to you the way you responding to me. So if you responding to me like an asshole, I'm not going to be able to be not an asshole to you. So that's why I don't talk to people I don't like. Because I don't want to be mean to people. I don't want to be a jerk to people. So if I don't feel like I could give you positive energy, I just don't talk to you. It's called being an adult, and it's called having an emotional intelligence. I don't know what anybody else is doing. Pardon me, sorry about that. I'm like flimmed up this morning. Yeah, that shit is crazy though. Trump, and this is what I've been trying to explain to y'all. All of the things that the Democrats want to do is bad for us. Think of one policy that she said that she was going to do that she didn't steal from Trump. All of her policies that she didn't steal from Trump are bad for us. Y'all wanted a person running the economy that got $1.6 billion for her campaign and ended up $20 million in debt. Trump spent like $368 million. He raised, I think, 392, and I think he spent 368. That's less than half. That's like less than a third. You know how efficient that is in contrast with what she was doing? And y'all want her in charge of our economy. She's one of those people that get her check, like if she was a regular human being out here, get her, let's say, she get two $5,000, let's say she get two $4,000 checks a month, $3,000 checks, let's give her some bread. She get two $3,000 checks a month, $3,000+ checks a month after taxes. That all turns out to, let's say, a little bit under $7,000 a month. And I bet you, by the last week of that month, she's still broke. Because there's some people, it don't matter how much money you give them. They have zero understanding of financial, they have no financial literacy. And y'all wanted somebody with zero financial literacy to run America because she was going to let y'all kill them. I want to say something. Up until Kamala Harris, the whole planet was behind black women like I've never seen it. Let's stop for a second and have this discussion. And tell me what a lie is. Before Kamala Harris, I would say for the last 3-4 years, maybe 2 years before Biden won, up until this year, the world, the entire world, supported and loved black women to a very high degree. It was, people were consistently talking about how intelligent, strong, powerful black women were. They were taking people in movies like the Black Panther, and instead of recasting it, saying we're just going to give the role to a black woman. I think they should have recast them, but I also think she should have eventually became the Black Panther because it's like that in the comics. But there's a long history of stuff that they didn't do at all that I think that they should have. And I like the actress. Also, she's not acting no more. The girl that played the solid sister, she quit acting. So they can't even have a Black Panther 3 with her. They literally have to recast both her and T'Challa. So hold on, let's not move on for this for a moment. For the last, before she started running her campaign, and we actually had to listen to her speak, the world loved black women to the umpteenth degree. Like, black women speaking, everybody shut the fuck up. Tell me where the lie's at. Now, because she's an idiot, she has sapped a lot of that mystique away from our black American women. Y'all should not like her. Can we get more Candace Owens out here? I don't care if they're saying the side of a conversation I don't agree with. Can we just get some intelligent people out here? Even if they agree different, even if they believe different than me. Can we just get more intelligent people? Can we stop having these people who are complete imbeciles and y'all just go with it because you indoctrinated? I want more homeschooling. I want LGBTQ out of our schools. I want Jesus in our schools. I want kids to say prayers every morning before school starts. I want it to be so that whatever religion you are a part of, you are able to bring that into your school. Whether it's Christianity, Judaism, Hebrew, whatever your religion is, you should be able to bring it into school. I want the schools to start celebrating their individual religions when the freaking holidays come up. I want God in the schools. These people that hate God better be happy I'm not in charge, because I don't give a damn. They better be just absolutely ecstatic that they don't got to deal with me, because I don't care. Morning. I don't have no fucking friends. All I need is God. I have no one in my life. As long as I'm doing right by God, I don't give a damn. That energy. Some people I avoid because I see Satan on them. Literally. I just avoid them. I'm not mean to them. I'm not cruel to them. I don't try to enlighten them or nothing. I just avoid them because Satan on them. You can see it. All you got to do is listen to the way a person talk. They're going to tell you who they are. All you got to do is pay attention to a person. Just pay attention. 2 seconds. They'll tell you who they are. All you got to do is care. Why does all of the Democrats' policies that they are championing has to deal with depopulation? Explain that shit to me. Now I'm about to hit you on the head. You know depopulation is a Marxist agenda? You do know that depopulation is a Marxist agenda, right? Guess whose father teaches Marxism in college? Good morning. All right. I'm going to say that again. Every policy that the Democrats have is basically attached to the depopulation agenda. You do know that the agenda of depopulation is associated with Marxism. Also, one of the candidates' father teaches Marxism in college. You know what communism is? Like, I'm not really trying to teach anything right now. I'm just trying to explain a thing. Y'all know if I was in the crib and I had all of my stuff, if I was in the crib, just so we can be clear. So hold on. So you're trying to tell me that if you want to depopulate a people, you push abortions on them, right? The easiest way to depopulate a person over time or people over time is to prevent the birth of their babies, right? Less people being born and to make less of them, right? What people in America has abortions the most? Black people. So if you wanted to encourage a people to commit genocide against themselves, what would you encourage? You would encourage them killing their babies, correct? Sometimes I just want these Democrats that voted for her to know what they voted for. Because God is going to pull up on y'all. Y'all don't know it yet, though. This wasn't a vote for presidency only. When we vote, when we vote, did you just go by on a bike? Oh, I thought some dude looks like you, fam. You got a twin. So, just so we can be clear, this wasn't just a vote for the presidency. This is a vote letting God know where your heart stands. Kamala Harris talks about killing babies. God says that he knew it since we was in the womb. God also says one of the worst things that you could do is hurt a child. So you don't think killing a person that God, killing a person that God knows that is a child that is still in your womb isn't a sin? It's more than one sin. It's multiple sins. It's literally multiple sins. We got to get God back in the schools. I'm not saying no specific I'm a Hebrew Israelite. I'm not saying everybody has to just go with if you're a Christian, you should be able to be a Christian inside of your school. They should encourage your relationship with God. When you become further into your adulthood and you have a relationship with God, whatever that is going to turn to whatever it's going to be. When I was a child, I was a Christian also. You get it? So this isn't about pushing any specific religion. This is about just allowing for our children to have a relationship with God so Satan can't pull up on them and convince them into nonsense. And for all of those that's trying to say that this wasn't what I just said, not just a vote for the presidency, but a vote to see if you favor God or Satan, then why did somebody pull up into her rally, say the name of Christ, and she said, you're at the wrong rally? That was God letting us know. So now when you Democrats went and voted for her, there is no excuse you can give. The problem is people don't know how the people don't understand the Bible. That's the problem. Y'all think a lot of shit is a sin that ain't a sin, and y'all think a lot of shit that you shouldn't be doing, you can. There's a ton of things that are sins that y'all don't think are sins, and there's a ton of things that are not sins that people think are sins. A ton. I've been seeing people out here all day, every day, not doing something that God wishes for you to do because they think that it's something negative when it's not. And you can't tell them. Good morning. She had a nice smile, old lady. She's smiling big. She's having a beautiful day. She's like, today is beautiful. We're going to do all of the magnanimous things. I want God back in the schools. I don't care who feelings are hurt. We've been having the minority of America running America. That's why everybody is fucked and upset and angry. Y'all, for whatever the reason is, y'all believe that the LGBTQ is the majority. For whatever the reason y'all believe, the liberals are the majority. They are not. Should their rights be respected? Absolutely. I believe the Bible says this. It says that whatever nation you live in, you're supposed to follow the rules of the nation that you live in. And the nation that we live in, it says that LGBTQ community has rights. I believe that we're supposed to follow the rules of the nation that we live in. So I don't think people should be attacking the LGBTQ community. I don't think that those people should have to live in fear. I don't think any of those things. Because that would go against what God said. And God said that we are to live by the laws of the nation that we live in. I just want to be clear on this. Because while that is not something I agree with, I am also not trying to be out here to lambast those people. Because I actually know quite a few people who are from the LGBTQ community. They're just great people, fam. They just happen to be dudes that like dick. Or be a chick that likes tacos. But in their heart, they're good people. I don't even know how to rationalize or deal with that, but they are my friends. They're good people. I can't not allow a good person to be my friend. That's insanity. That's shit I see people do every day. Somebody will be a good person, and y'all would rather make fun of them. Y'all rather try to hurt them. Y'all rather try to destroy their life. They're a genuinely good person. See it every day. You're a genuinely good person. What up, Roogie? It's actually pronounced Ruggy. For anybody that wanted to know, I just call him Rugi. The Democrats aren't going to win any elections for a few years, man. I promise y'all. They're going to be losing elections all over the place. They're going to be the minority in the House and the Senate for at least one more cycle, minimum. I think two, but for at least one more cycle, for at least the next 8 years after Trump leaves office. The Republicans is going to run everything like the next 16 years, I promise you. Anybody knows why I'm saying 16 years? Does anybody know why I'm saying 16 years? I'll just tell you. They're going to literally need different adults. They're going to need different adults. Because I'm pretty sure that there are a lot of people that there just is no way they're going to vote for the Democrats again after what Biden and Harris did, because I'm one of them. They had a whole entire campaign built off of nothing except lies. Now, the politicians lie on each other all the time, fam. But to have a campaign that is nothing except lies is totally different. I've never seen that. I can't think of a time that I've seen it. So that means you did no actual work. You just sat around thinking of ways to try to discredit your opponent. You didn't think of any ways to help the American people. You weren't spending your time trying to figure out how you was going to fix the economy. You wasn't spending your time trying to figure out how you're going to fix the border. You wasn't filling your time trying to figure out how you're going to help homelessness. You're spending all of your time trying to figure out how you're going to talk shit about Donald Trump. Why in the fuck should anybody vote for you? You didn't spend any of your time trying to solve any of America's problems. You spent 90% of your time trying to figure out how you're going to freaking get campaign funds, and the other 10% of the time trying to figure out how you're going to talk shit about Donald Trump. That's it. That's all you did. You didn't do anything else. Didn't do anything else. Nothing. Those was your positions. Insanity. I don't know what to tell you. Insanity. Good morning. Oh, that's him? All right. Shout out to the people that say good morning to me every day. Some of them drive by and say good morning. Some of them walk by and say good morning. But shout out to all the people that say good morning to me every day. And I can't stress this enough. Some of them are our people. So some of them are our people. Because our people really don't like me. I don't know why, but our people hate me. But some of them are our people. Sam, I would never, ever vote for any. They wasn't. I don't even understand how to explain this. I want my politician to entertain me with politics. I don't want my politician to be having a minstrel show instead of a rally. I want to be entertained by the things that you say or how you're going to correct problems. I want to be entertained by the things that you say that's going to encourage me to believe that we have hope things are going to get better. That's what I want to be entertained by. I don't want to be entertained by somebody twerk. I don't even care about twerking, fam. I like regular dancing where women are dancing and it's sexual. I like that. Don't get it confused. But just to be standing there popping your butt with nothing else, that's all you're doing, shaking your butt. You don't really have anything else going on for you. You have no actual rhythm. You don't have no rhythm. Well, you have rhythm, you're black. But you're not dancing in the way that I prefer. I like black and white movies, fam. When I was a child, I used to love Sunday mornings, nights, and Saturday like in the middle of the night. Because when I was a child, that's when you could sometimes get black and white movies. I love black and white movies. I love movies where people got actual fucking character. I love movies where men, no matter how tough they are treating women delicately. I love movies where women could be strong, but they can still defer to the man when necessary. Because that's the type of shit that builds a strong relationship with you and your wife. I don't like these movies that encourage us to always be arguing, always be thinking each other's cheating, to always be trying to look and see who's the next person we're gonna fuck. I don't even watch those movies. I don't watch Tyler Perry. I'm about to say something and black people are about to be mad at me. I don't watch the Power series. I don't watch movies and television that just have to deal with black folks selling drugs, killing each other, and selling each other for sex. I don't watch those. I've never seen any episode of any show in the Power series. And I've only watched one thing from Medea, and it was a show before he even ever made a movie, and that was because I went to some chick's crib and she cut it on while, stuff was happening. That is other than that, never. I don't consume that type of content. I don't consume minstrel shows. I don't watch shit that speaks about our people and lifting our people up. I don't watch it. I'm different, fam. Maybe that's why I can't understand why we treat each other the way we treat each other. Maybe that's why I can't understand why we be hating each other for no reason. Maybe that's why I can't understand why we just gotta have conflict with one another and why we can't love each other. Maybe that's why I can't understand it. Because I don't consume the content that encourages it. I don't watch none of them shits. I heard it was good though. And before anybody say, but you can watch a white guy doing gangster shit. Well, I'm not in the white community. But guess what? I also don't watch white shows that's about drugs. I don't watch any show or television or movie that I think is created to influence any demographic to have a negative impact on the community that they are in or from. I don't watch any of that content. Any. Black, white, whatever. Every once in a while, if I'm with somebody and they're watching it, I might catch one. But I would never watch that on my own. I would never want to watch our own people hating each other. I can't do it. That's all those shows are about. Our own people hating each other. And then finding the hate for each other to be entertaining. I don't find it entertaining when we hate each other. I just don't find it entertaining. I don't think it's cool. I can't be entertained by that. I can't be entertained by, I can't be. I'm just different. Y'all gotta remember, black people are actually conservative, fam. This whole liberal shit started in the 70s. They tricked y'all. They came into our neighborhoods when the men was at church. When the men was at work, they came into our neighborhoods and they freaking brainwashed our women. That's what happened. It was called Planned Parenthood. Look it up. 1970 and 71. Look it up. I don't gotta lie. I don't be doing nothing but spitting facts, man. They're gonna tell you I'm crazy though, because they don't want you to listen. They're gonna tell you to hate me, because they don't want you to listen. They're gonna tell you I'm on drugs, because they don't want you to listen. Well, I'm out here spitting nothing but facts, because that's how Satan works. So no, I would never vote for a candidate that during their rally they had people twerking on stage. Now if they were just like at an event and the event had rappers and the rappers was twerking and doing rapper shit, I don't care. But if it's in a political event and I'm tuning in because I need to know who to vote for, and you got freaking some chick singing about how a nigga is eating her pussy, like who do you think I am? Like what do you think of the people that's voting for you? You don't think much of us. Like you think low of the people who vote Democrat. Because you believe they're gonna vote for you because you got some half-naked chick twerking. You don't think much of them. I don't think everyone, but the only way I can vote for somebody to do that is if I didn't have dignity. That's my perspective. Your perspective can be different. I'm fine with that. I know a lot of good people that voted for her. Honestly, in my heart, I believe these people to be good people, good, honest people. Just so we can be clear. How much power we got? All right, we good. Fucking win. Well, that broke. Yeah, everything went wrong. My mic broke. The wind came, blew dust in my eyes. I turned to the side. My mic broke. Oh shit, I don't got a mic for the rep on Saturday. I think I got it. Nope, the other one broke too. I don't got a mic for... I might have a bigger problem. I hope the thing came out of here. I hope it's not stuck in there. All right. I'll figure that out later. Whatever. Yeah, I'll figure that out later. Whatever. All right, hold on. Let me put this shit back together. That shit blows shit straight into my eyes, fam. That was crazy. Fuck. Here's the other piece. I hope it's not in the... It might still work if I could... You know what? This might still work. The case probably just popped off. You feel me? But this shit might still work, fam. Hold on. Let's test it out right now if I can clip this shit back together. Shit might still work. Let me know if y'all can hear me. If you can't hear me, I guess let me know. Yeah, if you can't hear me, I guess let me know, right? All right, let's get back to what we're talking about. Fucking win! Over there! Over there! Hey, go over there. What the fuck? Pardon my language. Blow down that street. Sometimes you gotta talk to the wind, man. Blow down that street. Yeah, so she goes and she plays to, I think the people who vote Democrat want to see bully popping. They don't need to know about policies. She just insulted all of y'all Democratic voters. And y'all not even mad. I would be pissed. Also, let's rewind a little. Do y'all remember when Biden, right before Biden took Kamala Harris as his running mate? The videos are still up. Everything that I'm talking about, the videos are still up. It will be around that period of time, and we spoke about it numerous times. So you can probably snatch up like any video between 2019 November, December to 2020 April, May, and you're probably gonna hear in the live streams, and you're probably gonna hear what I'm talking about. So do y'all remember me telling y'all? Sheesh, I said all right and I forgot. Hold on, give me 1 second. Come on, fucking win. Get out of here. I forgot the point I was about to make. It was an incredible point. Hold on, what was he talking about before I was about to make that point? Catering to black people, thinking that we're idiots. I got another thing I wanted to say right after this that has to deal with another reason why the Democrats are going to lose and why black people are kind of fucked right now. So I'll get to that point first. All right, I'll get to that point first. Trump didn't win the black vote. I'm going to say that again. And I'm going to get back to the other point once I remember what it was. Trump did not win the black vote. He said, I'm going to put on a jacket. It was too windy out this bitch. It's cold out here, Mark. Good thing you went back home and put on a jacket. You was going to be cold today. Say it again. Shit, I have the damn thing in my pocket. Hold on. Trump did not win the black vote. I'll explain. So black women voted for Kamala Harris at 78%, something like that. Black men voted for Kamala Harris at like 71%, right? So the majority of black people that voted in America voted for Kamala Harris. And Trump won the popular vote. Y'all know what that means, right? Anybody figure out what that means? I'm going to give y'all a second and I'm going to tell you. All right, so before I say the thing, I'm going to just remind you of something that happened historically. Jimmy Carter was the president when? Jimmy Carter is historically known as the worst president ever before Biden. Jimmy Carter was the president when? Somebody can put it in the chat. It was in the 1970s. I'm not sure which. Wasn't he the president? How did he become president? Mondale was after him or before him? Anyway, hold on. That's neither here nor there. I was going to get into a whole different conversation. But stick on what I'm talking about. So Jimmy Carter is historically known as one of the worst presidents ever in the history of being a president. Right? When did black people start voting Democrat? 70, 71. Right? So basically, the Democratic Party have been using black people to get elected since the 70s. correct? But now they tried to do that this time, and even though universally black people generally voted for the Democratic Party, they still lost. So what do you think is going to happen the next time an election season comes up? I mean, I just spelled it out like a mother. Black people are going to have to go back Republican. It's obvious that even 100% of black people in America would have voted for the Democratic Party, they still would have lost. So you think the Democratic Party is going to keep catering to black people? They already don't do anything for us. When was the last time the Democratic Party did anything specifically for black people? There isn't a time, just so we can be clear. Every single right and privilege that black people have in America, it was a Republican wrote the bill. Go look it up. I don't got a cat. Every single right, freedom, the right to vote, all of our civil rights, every last civil right, Republican. And just so we can be clear, a lot of these bills came after 1971, came after 1980. Came during the period of time that you all were out here saying all Republicans are racist. Just so we can be clear. So who's been lying to you? Y'all not mad at the Democrats for lying all these years? You're not upset? I'm pretty sure if you was married to, your husband or your wife, and they was lying to you, 80, 90, 2000, 210, 220, they was lying to you for 50 years, you'd be pissed. Were you? If you had a spouse and for 50 years they lied to you, you wouldn't be mad? You'll be okay with that? Let's talk about Joy Reid for a second. We was having a conversation yesterday. And in that conversation, I was talking about how in the Bible, God says that when a woman is disobedient to a man, he's going to take her hair. He's going to force her to have short hair. Hair will not grow on her head. And then I made a joke and I said, out of all of the women on the planet, which women have a problem growing hair? It's in the Bible, by the way. I'm not saying anything that isn't biblical. This is in the Bible. God says that when a female is disobedient to men, that he's going to take her hair. Now, which women on the planet, historically, have short hair? Which women on the planet, historically, want to be independent and live with no man? Which women on the planet teach their daughters that they don't need a man? There's literally only one race of women on a planet that does any of those things I'm talking about. Every other race of women on the planet raise their daughters to want to be married to a man. Raise their daughters to want to be a mother. Raise their daughters to want to be a wife. Other women raise their daughters to never meet a man, to stay away from a man, to never respect a man. If I'm saying anything wrong, put it in the chat. Where do these ideas come from? Planned Parenthood. Who brought Planned Parenthood in our neighborhoods? The Democrats. If you go and check the census before 1970, black people were married at a higher percentage in America than any other race of people. We were getting married at like a 70% rate, like higher than any other race or ethnicity of people in America before Planned Parenthood. Go look it up. The statistics are available. This is why they tell you gotta hate me. This is why they tell you I'm crazy. Because I just say shit they don't want nobody to know. I say shit that make evil people look bad. This is exposing, not creating content to lie on a nigga. Not creating content to the person did a thing and you can nitpick, so you create content to nitpick. That's not exposing. That's doing the devil's work. That's creating confusion. The devil is the author of confusion, Satan. Almost every time I talk, I'm bigging up God, fam. Almost every time I talk, I'm bigging up God and Jesus. Almost everything that I speak is to try to bring people closer to God and Jesus. It just sounds like I'm attacking a political party. I'm attacking Satan. So what woman on the planet, because there's literally only one ethnicity of women probably ever in the existence of anyone being alive that is telling their daughters to not get married, they don't need a man, be independent, don't raise a family. Every other race, ethnicity, nationality of women on the planet is teaching their daughters to go find a good husband. Every other race, nationality on the planet is telling their daughters, look, one of the most important things is for you to find a man that loves you and is going to take care of you and treat you good. So you have to know how to treat that man. All the women are telling their daughters, fuck them niggas. They don't respect no man. That's literally the crux of the issue in our neighborhood. Literally. Because once the mother don't respect men, how is the kids that she's raising gonna respect men? And they're not respecting men, they're not respecting black men. So us as black men, we're living in neighborhoods where the women that live there that look like us don't respect us, their children don't respect us, unless we are a hazard to the community. In order to get them to respect us, we gotta tear down our own community. We gotta be a drug seller. We gotta be a killer. We gotta be somebody that's destroying our neighborhood. That's the only way that black women and their children are gonna respect you. If you're a black man. And that's why you got all of these dudes in our neighborhoods destroying the neighborhood. Because they want to be liked. They don't want to be ostracized. They don't want to be treated like me. You know how many people in our neighborhoods believe in God, but they know if they come out here and they talk about God, everybody gonna hate them. Like everybody hate me. You know how many people would like to try to build the community up and bring positivity to the community? Because I talk to them. And they be straight street niggas. And I'm talking about in this community. They be straight street niggas. And they would love to do stuff to help the community. But if they do, the community is going to hate them. So they don't feel comfortable. And then they watch me out here trying to do good in the community. And the community hates me. Not the white people that live around here. The white people around here, I don't got no problem with. My own people, they hate me. All I try to do is bring God to them and say we can do better. They hate me. So why should any other black man in our community try to do good in our community when they see a black man trying to do good in the community, but the community hates them? Explain that to me. And where did the hate start? The hate started with a black woman. Just so you know, some black woman decided that she was mad at me, so she just went and lied to a person I don't even know, I never spoke to. I never even spoke to this person. I don't know them. I never spoke to them. They just saw me walking down the street one day and decided they hated me. That's it. And then her and her daughter start spreading lies about me. That's it. That's what happened. That's it. That's it. And then once they started spreading lies about me, you got the girl over there that lied on me. Then you got some nigga that played basketball and they started telling people I was gay and all this other shit. But it started with that woman. Just randomly deciding that she hated me. So no, that's why I keep trying to tell y'all. I never blame and I'm never mad at a black man when he don't feel comfortable trying to help his community. Because once you try to help your community and you are black and you live in a black community, they are going to hate you. That's my experience at least. Why am I saying all of this? In 1971, Planned Parenthood was created. The idea of Planned Parenthood was to get our women to not like the men in our community that was building the community up and instead try to usurp the men in our community that was trying to do good by our community. That was the whole idea. To break our families up and to make the women not trust the men and the men to not get any respect from the women. That's why I just had that conversation with you. Because I promise you, if I was out here selling drugs, if I was out here doing some fucked up shit in the community, they love me. I promise you. I probably would never have to pay for anything. I probably get invited to everything. I'll be walking through the street, people will be falling over themselves about how much they love me. But I'm trying to do good in the world. I love God. I want to bring God to the people. So that ain't never going to happen. And I'm going to live with it. And I'm going to suffer every fucking day. Because I love God. And if God put me here for everybody to hate me, then so be it. I still love God. And I'm still going to try my best to do what I believe God's will to be. Even though I know everybody is going to hate me to the day that I fucking die. You just going to have to hate me, fam. I love God. Bro, Rugi said, bro, I had to pull over because my ex called me yesterday talking about I cut my hair off. Well, you dodged the bullet. What the fuck you want to tell you? I don't want to talk bad about the woman, but that sounds insane. You cut your hair off. I think every single person that cut their hair off because Donald Trump won is dealing with a mental health problem. I'm just being clear. And I think they was given that mental health issue by the Democratic Party because the Democratic Party gives their followers mental health issues. All they do is lie to y'all, fam. Like literally, all they do is lie. Yeah. All they do is lie. That's crazy. They said Trump was trying to take away women's reproductive rights, right? Having an abortion is not a reproductive right. That's an anti-productive. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh man. I'm sorry. Okay. Having an abortion or giving a person an ability to have an abortion isn't a reproduction right. That's an anti-reproduction right. You know what a reproduction right is? Let's say a president came across and said, you know, we want more babies. I would like to help people reproduce. So why don't we start figuring out a way to give the people free IVF treatment so we can help women and men create a family? Oh shit, Trump just said that. So Trump is pro-family. Trump is pro-women's health. Trump is pro-creating more children. Kamala Harris is pro-getting abortions. I want to know which one of these things, abortion, family, kids, IVF treatment, is pro-women. Why am I saying that? A man's legacy is the wealth that he leaves behind. A woman's legacy is the family that she creates. Y'all better wake up. When you see a whole bunch of a huge family, who do they think? They think the woman. They should be thanking the woman. She's the one going through childbirth. She's the one carrying that baby. She's the one going through labor. We gotta clap it up for them. So why are the Democrats and Kamala Harris trying to steal y'all women's legacies and y'all encouraging? I need somebody to explain this to me. I don't think there's no man that's saying I want to vote for the guy that's going to make my bank account smallest. I don't think nobody's saying that. But women are actively saying, I want to vote for the guy, I want to vote for the woman that want to prevent me from creating a legacy. I want to vote for the woman that's going to make it so that I don't create a family. I keep telling y'all, the shit's insanity, fam. I'm from the 80s. I can still remember when if you didn't have a kid, you were shunned. I can still remember that when you turned 24, 25, and you didn't have a husband, a long-term boyfriend, and a kid, that you were looked at not really good by the family. Families always looked at the woman like, when are you going to start dropping babies? The Democratic Party want to steal y'all legacy. They've convinced women to not have babies. They've convinced y'all that having a family is a bad idea. They convinced y'all it's weak to love your husband. That's what they convinced y'all of. You can say that that isn't what happened, but the rest of us with logic and common sense, we can see it. I have a whole nother question. Somebody put something on IG the other day. They were like, are there any new movies that's out that don't have like LGBT agendas in it? And I was like, only television. They said television show. What up, Tada? Only television show I could think of that's new is The Penguin. Now we didn't talk about television shows in general. I could think of television shows from the last 4 or 5 years that don't got LGBTQ shit in it, right? But only new show I could think about is The Penguin, which is absolutely incredible, by the way. Absolutely incredible. So I say a lot to say this. All of our media that is directed at black folk has to deal with women overpowering men, black men not being worthy, and black men being gay. The majority of the media that is directed at us is specifically created to tear apart the fabric of our families and our homes. Who runs Hollywood? Who runs Hollywood? If black people knew better, y'all would hate the Democratic Party, fam. If we just knew better, we would hate them, fam. We wouldn't dislike them. We would hate them, fam. Joy Beer or whatever the hell that chick name is, I don't know her name. Joy, the black chick with the short hair. She don't look like she cut her hair, fam. She look like she balding. That's not her cutting her hair. That's her balding. Don't get tricked. She don't got a Caesar. She's on bald. She's did so much evil and disobeyed God so much, God has destroyed her hair and start making her go bald. Come on, fam. The win. They started picking up for a minute. I'm like, I don't want to deal with it. Y'all better wake up. Liberals are the minority in America. They are the minority. They are not the majority. They want you to believe that they are the majority. They are not. If you were born, if you look to me like you were born a man, those are the pronouns I'm giving you. If you look to me like you was born a woman, those are the pronouns that I'm going to give you. Anybody you want to know why? I'm more than happy to tell you. For the same reason why I don't think actors should cross-dress. For the same reason why I don't think a male actor should play a female part or a female actor should play a male part. Same reason. In the Bible, God says that he does not want women wearing men's clothing nor men wearing women's clothing. Basically, men are not to pretend to be women and women are not to pretend to be men. Now, just so I could just nail my point home a little bit more, I'm going to speak about a different passage in the Bible that says that God considers when a man sleeps with a woman, it to be when a man sleeps with another man, it to be an abomination. I also believe that it says that when a woman sleeps with another woman, it is considered an abomination. Why did I just bring up those two passages? Because God doesn't want any confusion between who men and women is. Because as a man, I have a responsibility and a job on this planet. And as a woman, she has a responsibility and job on this planet also. God wants us to stick to our archetypes and do the things that we were created to do. Why is this thing? Now, those things that I just said is in the Bible. This is in a debate. They're in the Bible. And being that they are in the Bible, then what does that mean about the agendas that the Democrats have been pushing, that you all have been voting for? See, when you vote, you tell God where your heart is. So if you voted for somebody who was a pedophile, it was a known thing, then you're telling God where your heart is. If you voted for somebody who, let's just say, goes against the wishes of God openly, and they are encouraging others to also go against the wishes of God openly, you vote for them with the knowledge of these things that they want to do that do go against God. You're telling God where your heart is at. Did y'all forget God is a jealous God? I know my God is a jealous God. I'm 100% sure why the only reason why I'm still here is because he's the one that I worship and no one else. My God is a jealous God, fam. And he's powerful. And he can do anything and make anything happen. Why would you want to vote for an agenda that goes against the things that God wants us to do as people? Oh, that's right, because they emotionally manipulated you. And that's why you got liberals out here killing themselves and they unaliving themselves and their families and their children. You have a dude that unalived his wife and his son and then drove to his baby mama's house, unalived her and that kid, and then unalived himself because Trump won. No. Because the Democratic Party said that the whole entire planet is going to go to hell if Trump won. Me, myself, I'm cool with it. Because a lot of these people that are low vibration people, they're just exposing themselves and letting everybody know who they are. Give us 6 months after Trump's presidency, when we start being able to see some of these things that's going to happen materialize. What's going to happen is this. Listen. What's going to happen is this. All of this pandering and bullshit that these Democrats are talking is going to be so obvious that they are wrong. I don't know how they're going to react. I don't know. I expect maybe terrorism from the Democratic Liberal Party. Some domestic terrorism. I don't think the Democrats could admit being wrong. I think they'd rather everybody die. What do you think is going to happen? I'm going to change this conversation for 1 second. I want to talk about health. Because we're going to get back to depopulation. So basically, a large portion of this morning, my brother, basically a large portion of the show, I've been talking about depopulation. For everybody that don't get it. And I've been talking about how the Democrats have an agenda of depopulation. For everybody that don't get it. And I've been talking about how when you voted for those Democrats, you're voting for the depopulation, not just of America. Well, of America, because that's what we're talking about right now. But you're actually voting for the depopulation of the planet. But you're voting for depopulation of America. Because Kamala Harris is a Marxist. And she literally has speeches where she says that we have to depopulate the planet. Google it. I don't gotta lie. So you voted for a person that basically said we need to commit a Holocaust? Oh, show you what I'm wearing today. And yes, these are corduroys. I fucking love corduroys. I have a couple pair. I be wanting it to get a little cold outside so I can wear them, by the way, because you wear them shits in the summer, you be burning up with them fucking corduroys in the summer. But in the winter, this shit's it. In the fall and the winter, I love my corduroys, man. I got a couple pair. I might go buy some more if I see some colors I like. I probably got more corduroys than some of these dudes that be hating on me got pairs of pants. Just to be honest with you. Just to be honest with you. I probably legitimately have more pairs of corduroys than these niggas that hate me got pants. Just to be honest. These niggas that be like, yo, he a bum, that be talking shit about me, I probably got more corduroys than these niggas got pants. Pants, not sweats, you know, because they probably got a ton of sweats. Probably got more just pants. I probably got more corduroys. I know for a fact I probably got, because I got more pants that I don't, good morning. I got more pants that I don't wear than I got corduroys. So I probably got more pants than I don't wear than the niggas that hate me and call me a bum got pants that they do wear. And no, nothing wrong with the pants I don't wear. I just don't wear them. They had y'all voting for depopulating the planet, man. They had y'all voting on a possible Holocaust. That's what they had y'all voting on. Have a beautiful day, baby girl. Okay. They had y'all voting on a Holocaust, man. What the fuck? They actively want to depopulate the planet, and you voted for that. So you literally voted for the Holocaust. While they were calling Trump Hitler. You can't script this shit. You can't script this shit. This shit is unscriptable, fam. I'm gonna explain this one more time. They have depopulation policies for depopulating America. So what is depopulation? They want to create a situation where more people die than are born. Because I think a big issue we have in America is our schools don't actually teach anymore. They just got y'all memorizing shit. See, I grew up when they taught you how to learn. So even when you weren't in school, you were able to consume new information and retain it. Nowadays, they don't teach like that in schools no more. Y'all just memorize. So these kids get out here after they leave the school and they don't have the skills to be able to learn. They don't have the skills to be able to acquire new talents. I grew up in a day and age where they taught you how to acquire new talents. They didn't have you memorize anything. They taught you how to learn. Shout out to PS59. Shout out to PS59, 182nd in Bathgate, in the Bronx. I'm always going to love that school, and if I ever get to the bag, I'm going back and I'm donating every fucking year. Real money. There, 118 and Truman. I ever get to the bag. I'm going back to every school I ever graduated from. So since our kids nowadays, people in general, not just the kids, for the last 20 or so years, 20, 25 years, they haven't been taught how to learn. They've only been indoctrinated and taught how to memorize. They haven't been taught how to learn. And if you think I'm lying, go ask some of these teachers. They're upset with the curriculum in which they have to use because they want to teach the kids, but they can't. Go on social media. You can see them complaining about it all the time. I follow a couple of teachers. I personally, in real life, know teachers. So why is that a big deal that we don't know how to learn anymore? Or why is that a big deal that many people have decided that they're not going to use the skills that they might have acquired in order to learn anymore? Why is this a thing? Why is this important? Because the Democratic Party is actively lying about shit that if you picked up your fucking phone and Google, you can just prove it to be wrong in 2 seconds. The Democratic Party is actively lying about shit. Also, in addition to that stuff, things that you already know is a lie. But since integrity is just is non-existent nowadays, you know, in the general sense of the word, and in addition to that, integrity not really existing anymore. In addition to that, people just not being intelligent, their IQs being low, and just so we can be clear, an IQ isn't how smart you are. Your IQ is your ability to be able to process information, new information specifically. That's what your IQ is. How fast can you process new material, new information, and then, because I took IQ test before, and then they send the thing up to see, they increase the difficulty. So while you're taking the test, the IQ test, they're increasing the difficulty of the test in increments, and they're also using different type of tests, and these tests are designed to be able to gauge how fast you can compute information that's new and then transfer that and apply it. So your IQ isn't how much you know. Your IQ is your ability to be able to retain and learn new information and apply. Just so we can be clear. I think that we're living in a day and age where people's IQs are drastically lower than they were previously. So now let's get back to the RFK conversation. I literally had to have that whole 20-minute conversation just so I could tell you about RFK. So what is RFK is so important to us? You know when there's a problem with your food? When you got Fruit Loops in Canada that got 3 ingredients, but you got Fruit Loops in America that got 50. I mean, I don't know if it's like 50 ingredients, but a lot of ingredients. Why is there such a large percentage of food that's sold in America isn't allowed in other countries? Why are these countries saying our food is toxic? Why are they putting shit like, is it yellow 5 or yellow 6? You know what this comes from? You know what coal is? Yeah, coal that they get out of the ground and they shovel and it burns and then it runs shit. You know that yellow food coloring that everybody keeps telling you is bad? They get it from the residue of leftover coal that got burnt up. Look it up, fam. I don't got a cat. Look it up, fam. I don't got a cat. That's that. It's yellow 5 or 6. It's literally created from the residue of fucking coal, and it's in our food. They tell you I'm crazy. They tell you to hate me because I can give you information that they can't. Good morning. That's why they want you to hate me. That's why they don't want you to listen to me. I can give you information that they just can't. Now you combine that with the fact that I only want to serve God. Now you see why they hate me? The next time somebody pulls up on you and talk about how much they hate me, remember I love God. Now you know why they hate me. The next time somebody talking shit about me, making fun of me, talking crazy, remember I love God. Remember I only encourage people to come to God. Remember that. Don't forget that part. The next time somebody tells you you should do evil to me, remember, I love God. I spend my time talking positively and trying to bring people to God. There's only one reason these people can hate me. They're going to tell you they hate me for all of the things in the world. But there's really only one reason why they can hate me. Because they got to look at themselves through my reflection. Somebody that's willing to go through all of the shit in the world because of my love for God. And they can't even go through a bad day because of their love for a loved one that they can physically see. They don't even have enough love for the people they can physically see to go through a bad day. I go through bad years in the name of God. We ain't the same. Remember that the next time somebody talks shit about me. Remember that the next time somebody tell you you gotta hate me. Remember, there's only one fight. Okay? You think that we fighting over this and we fighting over that. There's only one fight. God's word and the people that don't want God's word materialized. That's the only fight. There is no other fight. Look at that guy. You want to come harass me too. Look at him. He's like, fuck that guy. Fuck God. That's what he's saying. This guy. He's like, fuck God. We don't like God. This guy. He's like, fuck God. God ain't shit. This guy with the vest. As soon as I start talking about God, he starts talking about how fuck that guy. Why are you talking about God? He's supposed to hate God. That guy. He ain't God. Right there with the orange jacket. He ain't God. I start talking about God, he start talking about how, look at that guy, he hate God. You can finish telling us how you hate God, fam. You don't gotta leave. You can come get on camera, you can tell us personally. We would like to know why you hate God. Come on, fam, with the orange jacket, the orange vest, why you hate God? You don't gotta go. You can come discuss it with me. Yeah, you don't gotta go. You can discuss it with me why you hate God. Because I'm just out here talking about God. You can discuss it with me. We are supposed to confront people talking shit about God. Where the hell did Satan get to hide? Where do the people that hate God get to hide? You don't get to hide. If you hate God and I love God and you come telling me about how you hate God and I'm on live and I don't fucking confront you, then how can I love God? over here talking about God, and he was over there like, fuck that guy, he should shut up, or something he was saying. Like, what in the hell, man? Satan. Oh yeah, the red dye. Stay away from the red dye also. Let's get back to what we're talking about. So, and go look it up. It's yellow 5 or yellow 6. I forget which one specifically. But that shit is created from the residue of coal. And then they take that shit and it's a dye. They found out about it because they used to use it to dye clothing. Alright? So it was first created, they synthesized it or created it or whatever from the residue of coal, and it was used to dye clothing a yellow. So it was used as yellow dye. And then they figured that you can't only use it to dye clothes, but you can also use it to dye food. And now they're putting it in cheese beaters and all type of shit. Go look it up, fam. I don't got a cat. I don't got a lie, fam. There's a reason why certain people love talking to me and other people hate. Smart people love talking to me. I love talking to them too. These indoctrinated people, they hate me. These people that can't think past 1, 2, 3, they hate me. So expect for our food to get healthier. And what I mean by that is, I ain't going nowhere. And what I mean by that is this, because we're still talking about depopulation. Our food is poison. How do you think all of these people are getting cancer? You think people are just getting cancer because they smoke? You think people are just getting cancer because they're outside in the sun? I'm not saying food is the only reason why we have this cancer epidemic and bad health epidemic. But food is supposed to heal us. Food is supposed to be our medicine. So now when food stops becoming your medicine, that means that you're not getting any medicine for the shit out here that would just normally create a problem. Food is our medicine. Just imagine how much healthier we would be if our wives, we were able to have good lives, and our wives had the option of staying home and being housewives, and they were able to look up and see, the turmeric and all the other ingredients that help keep us nice and strong. And they were able to then make sure that our food had these elements instead of being stressed out about paying this bill, paying that bill. Instead of being stressed out because both the husband and the wife got to work 6 days a week. Because one of y'all works 7 days a week because you got 2 jobs. So everything's too expensive. The Democrats keep telling you people need to get paid more money. No. The prices of things need to come down and the value of money needs to go up. People don't need to get paid more money. The problem is, people don't understand how the economy works. If the value of money went up and the cost of living went down, we wouldn't need to get a pay increase. This is just fucking common sense. This is all common sense, man. I'm not saying anything revolutionary. I didn't have to sit behind a computer. I didn't have to go to the library and do research. I literally just use common sense and general knowledge. We don't need raises. If inflation goes down, cost of living and shit,
and the value of money goes up, the dollar value goes up. We don't need to get raises. But you want to know what happens if they keep giving us raises and prevent the cost of living from going down? Our money is going to lose its value on a global scale. Let's talk about BRICS for a second. Y'all know what BRICS is, right? So about 2-3 years ago, the other countries of the world decided that they were going to leave the dollar. The dollar is the strongest, whatever. They were going to leave the dollar, and that they were going to create their own currency that they were going to use in place of the dollar. Okay, so hold on. Gonna do a little bit of rewinding. Good morning. Gonna do a little bit of rewinding. So, in the 70s, I believe it was Kennedy. John F. Kennedy made a deal with, I believe, Saudi Arabia. And basically the deal with Saudi Arabia was, or it was one of those countries out there with the oil. The deal was, whenever any country on the planet comes to you and want to buy oil from you, they have to buy oil from you using the American dollar. So that means every single country on the planet, when they go get their oil from this Arab country, they have to use the American dollar. Now everyone is going to get oil from these guys. So what did that do? That made the American dollar more valuable because everyone had to use it. Now, when that made the American dollar more valuable, more than my brother, everybody has to use it, right? So what happened a couple of years ago? A couple of years ago, after Biden got elected, a whole ton of shit going down that's not for this video, so I'm not going to discuss it. But Biden gets elected. When Biden gets elected, now there's international problems that were in existence, that were not in existence when Trump was president. Because the Democrats is doing all type of weirdo shit in other countries. But we're not getting to that. That's a whole other thing. That's a video for a different day. So if they would have decided to move from the American dollar, and all these countries is coming together for the BRICS thing, that would have took America from being basically the top global power to like a medium global power. That would have took us from being the police of the world to now just being like Kamala Harris, So check this out. When Trump got reelected, he's not even in office yet. Why did all of these countries decide to do away with the BRICS? They don't want to do it no more. So you mean to tell me they never wanted to move away from the American dollar in the first place? They were fine with it? You're trying to tell me the issue they actually had with was the people that was in power. So what issue could they possibly have with America? Oh, that's right. Biden and Kamala Harris was printing a shitload of money. And the more money you print, the less value the individual dollar has. The value of the money goes down. And so these other countries that had to deal internationally and generally was using the American dollar as currency, the international currency, decided to move off of the American dollar because the value of it was going down. Now, why is that a thing? Because if the value of the dollar goes down, the thing that you're also purchasing is also the value of that is going down. Also, if you're not increasing the value, you're increasing the amount that it costs to purchase it. Correct? So they had to move off of the American dollar. So Not only was Kamala Harris and Biden destroying the American economy, they were destroying the global economy. Pay attention. Why do you think as soon as Trump got back in office, they said, hey, that BRICS thing, we don't care about that shit. They totally got rid of it. They got rid of it totally. It's not even a thing anymore. And they had like so many nations. And they just like, you know what, we're not doing it no more. Good morning. How much power we got? Because yesterday I stayed on way too long. This is why they hate me, fam. This is why they want to destroy me. This is why they want me dead. My enemies want me dead. You better believe it. And as soon as they can make it happen, it's gonna happen. But we out here trying to prevent it from happening. Well, y'all trying to prevent it from happening. I don't want to really have that conversation. I feel drastically different. I'm 100% pro God comes back to the planet with fire and brimstone. 100% pro. God just pull up right now, angels everywhere, burning all the fucking heathens to ash. I'm ready for that to happen this minute. I'm ready for that to happen yesterday. I'm ready for that shit to have happened in 1999. I want God to come back. I want him to burn all the heathens. He already told you who was going to be some of the first to go. If I tell you who it is, y'all going to say I'm hating. He already told you. The first to go will be the abominations. I'm just going to say that much. How do I know the abominations is going to be the first to go? Because of the flood in Noah's time. Why did the flood in Noah's time happen? Because the freaking angels that had fallen had came down to earth and was having sex with the humans, the female humans, and having babies. And those babies were considered abominations. God flooded the whole planet to get rid of them. So when they come back, he's gonna go after first anything he considers to be an abomination. Good morning, my brother. Good morning, my brother. I'm not talking Trump right now. He said that's Trump talk. I'm not talking Trump right now, fam. I'm talking about God. I'm literally talking about God right now. I'm not even talking about Trump. And just so we can be clear, I've really never been talking about morning, coach. Morning. We got coach over there. Shout out to Coach Knight pulling up. That's what it is. Love, coach. I don't have many people that are just genuinely nice to me, and they don't have to be, you know? Most of the time, I feel like people are just nice to me because they have to be. You know, because they might have a job somewhere or something and they don't want to get it. Whatever. People just... The shit I go through don't make sense. I don't know. No other way to explain it. It just don't make sense. It's like people literally just sit around and wait for me to show up to create conflict. That's how it be feeling. She's just bad, fam. This is black chick that live in here. I only ever see her like right now. Like she's just bad, man. Sheesh. Like just bad. Like sheesh. Like one of them women that you look at and be like, I'll have a 5-minute conversation with her, but if she ain't like, yeah, alright. But if she ain't like just look like, you know how sometimes the chick just look like really, really fine, and it's like that's probably gonna be a headache. Niggas that dated doms know what the fuck I'm talking about. If you never dated a dom, you have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. But you're like, it's just a headache. Actually, and she's fine, and everything's great, and she's actually a good person, and you enjoy her company, it's just a fucking headache. If she was an 8, it'd be easy to leave. One of those situations. Like if she was an 8, I'd be out the door, but that's a dime, fam. She's a headache, yeah, I know. That's when you be hanging out with your friends and your friends be like, they understand. I wouldn't leave either, man. That's never happening to me again. That's never happening to me again, man. I'm too old. When I was younger, shit like that happening, it is what it is. But I'm too old for that shit happening now. I think they're calling the police on that shit. The police keep coming past here, but they not gonna fuck with me. So that niggas wasting your time. They pulling up and they slow rolling past, right? But there's a police thing right here. Like I'm literally at a police thing. So what the fuck would they fuck with me if there's officers standing right there not saying anything to me at all? There is no agency that you could call that's gonna come fuck with me. Or you think I'm standing here? 200 IQ, fam. I mean, not really. That was a joke. My IQ is like 120 or some shit like that. But 200 IQ, fam. Like 120, 125, some shit like that. Not high. It's like medium. Like average IQ is like 100. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, whatever that is. Like, if you meet somebody and their IQ is like 95, it's slow, man. With all due respect. And let's just hope they got a good heart. You know what I mean? I'm just making jokes. Those are all jokes. But 100 IQ is like average. So 95 ain't bad. I was just making jokes. But yeah, my IQ is like, I think it's like 120, 125 or some shit. I don't know. I ain't have when I had my IQ test, it was like damn near like, it was the year I started BBN, so it was like 9 years ago. That's why they hate me, fam. Shout out to RFK for fixing the FDA. So they're about to take all of the poison out of our food, fam. Did y'all hear about the fluoride coming out the water? That shit's already been passed. They already passed the shit that the fluoride got to come out of our water, fam. Fluoride is a poison. It's a freaking, they use that to make you dumb. Fluoride helps to lower your IQ. They're taking fluoride out of the water. And y'all hate Trump. I need for y'all to, so they're taking fluoride out of the water. Trump ain't even been at his inauguration yet. That's January 20th. So he's just been elected. Fluoride is already coming out of the water. I can't even explain to you how big that is. There was a war going on in the Ukraine. Russia said they wanted to end. There was a situation happening with the with Iran and Israel and Gaza and all that. They said they wanted to end. So 2 wars is coming to an end. They're already fixing the fucking problem that we have with fluoride in the water. And there's other things that's happening that we want to happen. And these individuals are still telling you that the world is going to hell because Trump got elected. But every single thing that is happening is good for us. Do you understand why I say that the Democrats are serving Satan? Imagine saying that the person that wants to stop our American people from being poisoned and our food and water is evil. Imagine that. The guy that doesn't want us to be poisoned in our food and water and is actively making steps to prevent it, he's evil. The guy that does not want war, where there's innocent people being killed, he's evil. He's Hitler. The guy that's trying to prevent war, he's Hitler. He's not just a bad guy. He's the worst guy ever to be ever born that we know of. Actually, the worst guy ever to be born that we know of, I would have to say, is is Judas. But whatever. Look, now the EMS is walking up looking at me. What are you looking at me for? He was probably just looking at me because he was looking at me and shit. Usually when they're gonna harass me or they looking to like pick me up or something, they come down this street, not that one. Or that street, not that one. If they come down that one, they'll be walking. But usually when they're driving, they're coming down this street or that street. But when they're walking, they come down that street. What our power look like? Tiny bit of life. We'll stay live. Anybody want to anything anybody want me to address before I get out of here? Put it in the chat. I'll address another thing. Put it in the chat. I'll address one more thing. Put it in the chat. Anything y'all want me to address? And that's another thing. I'm talking about God and Satan. Actually, more. I'm just using our current political atmosphere in order to discuss these topics. But I'm basically just talking about the battle of the war that's going on between God's word and the people that don't want God's word to materialize. That's generally all I talk about. I literally go and discuss the topics because that's what everything is about. Everything, every conflict ever. So that's the perspective that I speak on them from. I'm never just talking about Trump. I'm never just talking about Kamala Harris. But I am always talking about the Most High. All you gotta do is listen. Somebody will just hear me say Trump name and be like, oh, he's talking about Trump. But if you heard the thing that I was talking about, you'll understand how the thing that I'm actually talking about has to do with prophecy or has to do with the Bible. It's just, in order to convey messages, it's easier for me to use a medium that you could relate to. So I have to find a medium, or I gotta find a concept, or I have to find an idea that you can relate to. Upon finding that idea or that concept, now I can, same police that just went past. Now upon finding that the idea and that concept, now I can discuss it in order to give my perspective of whatever the thing is that I'm trying to speak on. I'm always talking about God. Always. My father used to be mad at me because I did that. Because anytime we spoke about anything, I always referred to the Bible. You shouldn't ask me why, I'd be like, I want to, I think this is the right way to do it. He might disagree with me. Then, we'll have a discussion about it. And I always refer back to the Bible. Like generally speaking. I'd be like, unless I have an instance that happened, which is a good example that I can explain to him, I generally just, I think this way because the Bible says this and because the Bible says that. This is why I think this way. That's why I'm hated, fam. Don't get confused. Storm hate it. You remember when we used to have that dude with the dreads? That used to always try to come up to me. He should just speak blasphemy. Like, just blasphemy. Like, that dude hate God so much. He should just come to me and just twist up the Bible's words all the time. Trying to advocate for the devil using the Bible. That's just satanic, fam. Stop advocating for the devil. God don't want us advocating for the devil, fam. Stop advocating for the devil. Good morning. God don't want us advocating for the devil. Stop doing it. I don't want to have no conversation with anyone that's saying I'm playing devil's advocate. Fam, stop advocating for the devil. We're trying to work towards prosperity. If we're trying to work towards prosperity, that means that we got to advocate for God. Right? So let's advocate for God. Never advocate for the devil. I thought that's common sense, but it's obviously not common sense. Obviously. He's like, I'm devil's advocate. Nah, fam. Homeboy spazzed out on DJ Academics. Quando Rondo. So DJ Academics was about to ask Quando Rondo a question, but the thing he was going to ask, he did not believe in himself. He just wanted to ask him a tough question. Don't say you're playing devil's advocate. Right? You're never advocating for the devil. You just want clarity. You just want clarity. There's nothing wrong with wanting clarity. I think I understand, but I'm not sure. I want clarity. And then you can propose the same exact concept in the same exact way, and you don't have to bring Satan into it. You don't got to bring advocating for the devil into it. Because you're not advocating for the devil. You just want clarity. That's it. You want to know the difference between degrees in college? For real, for real? Your vocabulary. Go look it up. I don't got a cat. The difference in degrees is the difference of understanding of your vocabulary. That's the biggest difference in degrees. The Democrats know this. The people in power know this. Our politicians know this. The teachers know this. All of the people who you consider to be of a place of authority and or power, they generally know this. Generally speaking. So when they're talking to you and they're using words like devil's advocate and they're using dumbed down language, they're doing that because they're pandering to you. They're assuming that you lack the vocabulary to understand the concept unless they make it so a child can understand. I'm a grown adult. Talk to me like one. If I don't know what the word is, I better go look it up or I'm going to ask for clarity. Good morning. Anyway, we're going to get up out of here. My phone is doing, I don't want to get to where the damn thing turns off and goes black. I can't see the screen. So we're about to get up out of here. I appreciate everybody that pulled up to the show today. Hope everybody had a good time listening to me talk about the stuff I talk about. But I just want to be clear about this. Black people voted for Kamala Harris overwhelmingly. 78% of women, 71% of men. If 100% of black people that voted for Kamala Harris, she would have still lost. These people that are out here saying that she lost because of the black man, they just hate black men, fam. And they're just looking for more things to blame on us. If she would have got 100% of the black vote that voted, she would have still lost. She would have still lost. The numbers are there. The numbers are there. So all of these left-wing fucking nut jobs that's going on TV trying to make it seem like black men not voting for her is the reason why they lost. They know they're lying to you. They know they're lying. You understand? They're purposely misleading you. Why does the Democratic Party feel like in order to ingratiate themselves to their constituents, they have to go and have to attack black men, specifically? And then the next people that they go after is white men. So the Democratic Party is just the party of attacking men to get votes. I never want them to win any future, any election, anytime soon. I don't want them to win any. I'm smart enough to know what's going on in America. A lot of these other people are also. The difference is, I don't got blinders on. See, Democrats got blinders on. They're like this. And they only look at the things that the MSN, the mainstream media tell them to look at. So the mainstream media say, look there, they're going to look there. They don't see none of that. They don't see none of that. They're just looking right there, that one tiny little point. And then they say, look at that tiny little point. So that's what the Democratic voters are doing. They're ignoring all of the other stuff, and they're looking at like 3% of what's going on. Imagine saying that I hate whatever, because somebody comes into the chat that hates whatever. So I must hate them also. Imagine saying, I don't know, Public Enemy hates black people because you've seen a racist buy a Public Enemy album. So some racist person bought a Public Enemy album, so that means that Public Enemy has to hate black people. So there's people who vote for Trump and who encourage Trump that are racist. So that means Trump is racist also. I have no idea how that works. That's not logic. That's illogical. There's people that support me, and I know this for a fact, that are gay. I'm not. Sometimes people support you, or you have friends or associates that are into things that you are not. And that's still cool. This happens. Y'all might share other interests. With that being said, I'm going to go. Everybody have a blessed day. Go out there in the world. Do something worth doing. Put your name on that shit. Bang. Pardon me. Put God's name on that shit. Bang. Let people know that you come for the glorification of the name of the Most High. Let people know that you love God. You see, before, you could just look at a person and know where they at. You could just look at how a person carried themselves, how a person talked, and know that they represent the Most High. But nowadays, we have a lot of people that's scared to let people know that they love God. Because once you let people know that you love God, people hate you. You know? But I think that that's about to change in America. I think that's something the Democrats created. Because they don't want our people in the hood turning to God. So since they don't want us turning to God, they try to make everybody that is worshiping God in a healthy way, in the correct way, pardon me. They try to make them, demonize them. You understand? Because they don't want people coming back to God. Because if we came back to God, nobody's going to want to vote for an abortion. I mean, you won't really care if people have the right to have an abortion. That has nothing to do with you. But you're not going to vote for an abortion. You understand what I'm saying? You're not going to vote for somebody specifically because they want to abort babies. That's insanity. I'm sorry. That's literally insanity to me. Forget every other policy the individual has. Forget all of the work that they have previously done. And you're going to vote on this one specific point, which really isn't the thing because nobody's abortion rights are in jeopardy. Women can have abortions. Nobody's abortion rights are in jeopardy. They just created a problem. They pretended the problem existed. And that they wanted to fight a problem that they pretended existed. That it doesn't even exist. That's literally what I'm going through. People pretending that I'm the person that I'm not so they can attack me and get help from other people that don't know no better. That's literally what my life is. Me minding my business and people attacking me and getting help from other people. Well, I'm not doing nothing. I'm just minding my business and trying to live. That's literally what my life is. Literally. I gotta come outside 2 more times today. I don't want to. I enjoy being alone. When I'm alone, I don't gotta argue. When I'm alone, ain't nobody doing no weirdo shit. When I'm alone, I know people can't lie on me. I prefer to be alone. I don't get lonely. Like, I literally don't get lonely. You know what I get? What do you call it when you're just around people for too long? I get that. Whatever that is, that's what I get. I don't get lonely. I get the what the fuck, I want to go home. I want to go be alone. I get that. With that being said, everybody, go have a blessed day. There's good stuff happening out here. Go try to get as many people as possible in your circle that is God-fearing and watch the miracles happen. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Boomers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you, and that's all I got. I'm out.